In this video, we're going to be using Stirling Faskally and the leaf razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, and thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. As mentioned before, today we're going to be using Stirling Faskally, and this was one of their Black Friday releases around this past Thanksgiving, and this is $8.75 for 3 ounces, or that's an exceptional $2.91 an ounce on our cost chart. Of course, we give that a score of 5 out of 5. The scent on this is inspired by Tom Ford Gray Vetiver. It's very, very nice indeed. I really enjoyed it a lot. I give it a score of 4.5 out of 5 in scent quality. It is a vetiver, but it's not a dirty vetiver. It's sort of on the brighter side, and I like it a lot. Again, 4.5 out of 5 in scent quality. Scent strength, right at that medium level. We give that a score of 4 out of 5. And ease of use on this, of course, is excellent. It's Stirling. We got an amazing lather with it right there. No problem whatsoever. It's an awesome soap. I just love using Stirling. The ingredients on this one, tallow, I'll put the ingredients for you on the screen right there. Just their classic formula, and it is fantastic, and we look forward to using this today. The razor for today is the Leaf razor, and of course Leaf, by the way, is a sponsor of this channel. If you would like to save 5% at Leaf, use discount code IAMCDB and save yourself some money while shopping at Leaf. This razor I love using. It pivots. It also uses half double-edged razor blades. I've used this razor a lot over the years, so much so that some of the finish is starting to wear off on the razor a little bit. I mostly use it for head shaving, but also bring it out for a face shave now and then, and today is one of those days, so we look forward to using this today. And let's get into it. Today is another busy day for me. So we're going to start by misting the face in this just plain water. I got a question yesterday from a gentleman who he asked me, he said, you know, your beard is always so short when you're shaving. How do we know, or how do we know how efficient the razor is? Well, you really have to try razors for yourself. But just to answer the question about the beard being so short, I'm a shaver. I shave every day, 7 days a week, and I shave my head probably 4 days or 5 days a week. So I shave, 11, 12 times a week at a minimum. And that's what I do. I got all this great gear. I'm a shaving enthusiast and evangelist, and I shave. Shavers shave. When you love something, you do it as often as possible. And so the hope that answers that question is because I shave every day. The brush for today, by the way, is the Maritime Brush Co. brush. And by the way, Maritime right now still has that savings for you. If you use IAMCDB 15, you can save 15% at Maritime Brush Co. And Brendan over there is a very nice guy. Another question I got yesterday is, why is the lather always in the top half, or the top half of the knot? And the reason is I don't splay my brush in my bow. I don't push it down and splay it really, really hard. So I'm using the top half of the brush always to make lather. I do not mash it down. And that's part of the reason why the lather is smooth and not airy. Is I don't pump it down and inject a lot of air. The more you pump the brush, the more air you get into your lather mix. So I'm not someone who uses the bottom half of the brush very much, and not until I start putting it on my face does it get there. So when I'm making lather, it'll always be in that top half of the knot. So that's an excellent question. Thank you for asking, sir. You don't really have to mash your brush down. If you're bottoming your brush out, you're being too hard on your brush, in my opinion, and there's no need to do that. You can make lather even with a very soft knot like this, which the cashmere knot is. You can still make a lather in that top half of the knot without mashing it down a lot. And that's part of the reason, again, that my lathers aren't super airy or puffy. It's because I don't use a lot of pressure. I don't splay it hard, in other words. I'm splaying maybe at most half of what you can splay the brush when I'm making lather. So anyone who says you need to have a super hard, coarse brush or lots of feedback to make a lather has not, tried making lather the way I do. Because you can make a lather with a soft brush easily without splaying it all the way to the bottom, or splaying it even 75%. You don't have to do that. I do it here every day. And again, if you want to know how I do it, watch my lather tutorials. I just don't splay the brush that much. That's why the lather remains in the top of the knot, at least until I start to paint it on my face. And then it'll come down a little bit naturally. All right, let's get rolling with our leaf today. And the blade in here is, actually there's 3 half Nasset blades in there. And beautiful splay. What did I say? Beautiful splay. Beautiful, beautiful pivot. I'm tongue twisted because I'm tired there, but beautiful pivot on the leaf razor. Do you need a pivot to shave? No, you do not. Does it help? In some cases, yes. For head shaving in particular, for me, it helps. The leaf overall has a very nice, mild feel to it. So it's not menacing. So if you're new, as long as you don't mind a pivot, and the head being, you know, kind of tall from top to bottom, it's an excellent razor. Now, of course, that head being tall from top to bottom doesn't bother me. But keep in mind, they also have the twig razor, which is much smaller. When I say from top to bottom, I mean this way. It is kind of tall. So it might be a little bit difficult to get in some tight spaces. But I still enjoy using this razor. I always have. Been using this now for several years. And I like it a lot. I have a lot of use on this razor because it's primarily what I use to shave my head. So I have a ton of uses on this razor. And it's been a lot of fun to use, honestly. But you do need to respect the razor, especially on the dome. You just have to be careful with it, but you have to be careful with pretty much any razor. All right, that is nice, smooth. There's nothing that's rough about the leaf. When you're using this razor, if something feels rough, check your blades, make sure they're in there properly, and make sure the blades are serviceable, meaning within their life, because it should not feel rough at all. It should feel very smooth overall. And that was a nice, quick first pass. And leaf is one of those razors, at least on your face, if you were in a hurry, you know, you could get a shave in pretty quickly with it. But I always advise you, take your time, enjoy your shaves. That's the whole point of, you know, getting all this wonderful gear, is to enjoy your experience and just have a good time with it. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Although we do have a busy day in store, we're going to try to enjoy this shave. This is how we relax and unwind, and I hope it's the same for you. I hope it's a really enjoyable experience. That's what it's all about. All right, very nice. Great scent on this soap. Like I said, easy to lather, ease of use on Stirling for me, 5 out of 5. Quality for me on Stirling, 5 out of 5. It doesn't lack for anything. When you get it lathered properly, it will be fantastic. Plenty slick enough. It doesn't lack slickness, doesn't lack anything, and it comes to you at a great price. Stirling raised their prices this year because, you know, the cost of things are going up, but still it's in the exceptional range. They're committed to giving you good value, and I really appreciate that, because in times like this where, you know, things are tighter for all of us, it's nice to see companies like Stirling who are still, you know, trying to make sure that, you know, look, they got to make money. But they're also saying, look, I understand that you have less money to spend, so I'm not going to make it too hard on you. And we appreciate that. Because there are some companies that are just like, hey, I'm going to tack on $2 to this tub. And their prices were not that great to begin with. So just keep that in mind. That is something to think about. Now, if it doesn't matter to you, it's no big deal. But I always like to consider the price, because I know a lot of people are on a budget and they're trying to make wise choices. And so Stirling, I think, is one of those brands that, you know, you can get a soap and a splash for a very reasonable price, and you haven't had to take out a second mortgage on your home to do it, and that's always nice. All right, very nice indeed, nice and smooth. I'm just going to go ahead. There's great residual slickness here. So what I'm going to do today is just come right over and do that cross pass. Now, if you're new, don't do this. Don't shave over those areas where there's no visible lather. But I'm telling you right now, I know Stirling is nice and slick. There's plenty of residual slickness, and that means my face is still very, very slick despite no lather being there. So I know I can get away with this, but I urge you, if you're new, just shave lathered areas. Don't go over areas like I just did. As you develop some experience, you'll be able to do that. And I'm just doing it today to save a little bit of time. But when you're new, just try to confine your strokes mostly to shaved areas and resist the temptation of doing what I do sometimes, which is right now, I know I can continue to go over that area because it's super slick. Got a lot of residual slickness left behind. But when you first start, your lather may not be on point. And so while you're going over the soap, it might be slick, but once that soap is gone, you may not have a tremendous amount of residual slickness. So what you don't want to do is have that razor stop and skip or something like that. And so that's why you want to shave the lathered areas only, especially when you're new, and save any of the advanced type stuff for later. Not that it's rocket science, because it's not. You'll figure it out. Like I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. But I tell you what, this has been a nice, smooth, quick shave today. And we haven't rushed it. It's just, you know, it's been smooth and easy going. And that's what I was looking for today. Because my days are very full and long now. They start out early. And I got many, many things to do. And it's nice to get a shave in like this. And like I said, plenty of residual slickness. The Stirling is just phenomenal. And if you like Tom Ford Gray vetiver, this one is really, really nice. Again, it's a clean vetiver, clean, fresh, not dirty. Some vetivers can be rather earthy. This is not one that's earthy in my opinion. It's very nice, and I enjoy using it a lot. And this was on sale Black Friday. I don't know if they still have this up, but if it is, I'll link it on the website. Stirling does that. They'll run some you know, seasonal or temporary type soaps around Black Friday when they have their big sale, and this one I'm just now getting around to using it. But I tell you what, I enjoyed it. All right, let me rinse and then we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back, and off cam we did a rinse to get rid of the soap, and then we applied our PAA alum. After applying the alum, there was no stinging, so super smooth shave, no nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, or troubles. Very nice indeed. Following the alum, we did another rinse, and then we towed off with our Lancaster towel prior to using a Magic made by Witch's Thayer's Witch Hazel Cucumber. We had an excellent shave today, as always, with Stirling Soap Company, and this one is Faskally. We'll read off the scores for you. Cost, 5 out of 5. Scent quality, 4.5 out of 5. Scent strength, 4 out of 5. Ease of use, 5 out of 5. Overall quality, 5 out of 5. And that brings us to a total score of 23.5 out of 25, which is excellent. I always enjoy using Stirling. It's well priced, great quality. I never miss with Stirling. It is fantastic. The razor for today, once again, was the Leaf razor, and you can find this at Leaf Shave. And don't forget, if you would like to save 5% off, use discount code IAMCDB. And thank you, Leaf, for sponsoring the channel. Excellent shave with this today. We also used our Maritime Brush Co. brush, and it's in our Lancaster Razor Works brush soaking mug. And remember, if you're interested in a Maritime brush, you can save 15% between now and March 5th by using IAMCDB 15, and I don't get anything from that. That's just a discount for you all, so I hope you'll take advantage of that if you've been looking for a Maritime Brush Co. brush. Thank you, Brendan, for extending that to the viewers. And we're going to finish it off today with the Quiet Man. It's a green type scent, and it's complete with the old Wet the Face floaties in there, which I think is aloe. I always like to show that just for fun. All right, let's get some of this on, and we're going to be off to the races and having a great day, and I hope wherever you are, you have a fantastic day as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and as always, God bless.